I'll share with you. Okay. Oh, just in case I need you.
Oh, you
That's why I just.
Oh. I forgot what it is. Using it, right? Slowly.
Sorry, one little second. I don't know if, I guess I'm just gonna turn the screen around. That's what I'm running into. Okay, so, oh, you know what I could do? Oh, I got it. Oh yeah, I knew I was gonna do this anyway. Okay, share screen and then share the screen. Okay, that is definitely part of it. Okay, so, are we ready?
So ready now.
Great. I'll accept the yes answers. Okay, so some of you have been practicing vibrato for a few weeks or longer or shorter or not at all. But for this class, you do need to be able to do a little bit of vibrato. So what I've noticed is that I have been really gung-ho about getting my adult students to understand what's on the paper, to make a nice sound, to make a note, to produce a note that's in tune. And I feel like everything is shook out really well, except that nobody's doing any vibrato. When I was a kid, the way that I was trained in the Suzuki method was listen, 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 try to imitate at full speed, which is like way too fast. I didn't understand what was happening on the paper. It's a little bit of a reference, but I didn't know how to read it. But I feel like there was a lot more vibrato around those days. And it's not because times have changed. I think it's because I don't make you listen to much music and try to imitate it because like I'm slowing it down so you get it. But then like when I play examples, I don't use vibrato because I want you to match the pitch first, you know? So you're not like hearing that much of it from me. So what's funny is like every time a teacher wants to show what vibrato looks like, they always pull out a YouTube video of someone playing Meditation from Tyus. So I wanted to actually play that, a little bit of it. So what I have in the paper here is we have the upper octave, which for the advanced students, if you want to like mess with those notes, you can. Otherwise, we can play it one octave lower so that it still matches all the recordings. And what I want you to do is we're gonna look at, I'm gonna turn the camera around in a minute. We're gonna look at some examples of people, right? When we do, I want you to just kind of observe for a little bit. Hopefully after watching a little while, you can notice differences. Now, I know that every single one of you are like, but I don't know how to technically accomplish vibrato. I didn't get that. You're still working on it. But I want to drive home that vibrato is for making your playing more expressive. So like when I'm doing it, I'm not thinking about like shake, shake, shake necessarily. I mean, I kind of am, but I'm just trying to take whatever emotion is inside and make it come outside. And of course there are some technical necessities that come with that. But like, I think you're going to see that in these videos, the person's not thinking about anything else aside from like, what can I add to this to make it my own, but like to make it expressive. Because so far, everything you've been doing is very either technical or like, okay, here's the rhythm, here's the notes, but nothing really expressive. So first I'm gonna show you a little bit in action, and then I'm gonna ask you which one your favorite was, because everybody is different. For example, I remember reading a resource that was like, oh, it was Dunas. He was like, oh, just always be shaking, basically. Like always be vibrating. Even on the fast notes, you can do a continuous vibrato. And then I was reading from Leopold Auer, who was Itzhak Perlin's teacher for a long time. He was like, I can't stand when people vibrate all the time, like operatically, it drives me crazy. I swear to God, I'm like obviously paraphrasing, but he was like, I swear to God, these people have like a twitch or something, like they can't stop vibrating. And I totally get what he means because I've seen it also, like they literally can't stop. I also had to stop myself so I could really hear what pitch am I actually making? How is my bow sounding? It took a real effort. So then I realized like it's not, I mean, first of all, violin is an art, not a science anyway, right? It's an art, like there are opinions. And so your preferences are going to be different. Maybe you like a really heavy vibrato. Maybe you like it mostly non-vibrato, and there's a lot of gray in between. So the first thing I want you to look for in some of these videos is what you like, your personal preference. So I'm gonna play a bit and then I'm gonna like flip the camera around. Maybe I should try to log on. I really want to get this other one going. Wait, no, I can't. Wait, but I can get it on the other iPad.
Oh, crap. See how strong that is? Shoot to the top.
This section is all about finding your voice. So usually when you first start something, you're doing it by imitation. So if you see one that you like, you're gonna imitate it, but it's gonna come out in your way. It's never gonna be, no matter how good you are at vibrato or playing, it's never gonna be exactly like the other person's because you're built differently, you're a different person, you have different feelings, and so it would never come out exactly the same. So, let me get this other one. Because this one should work. I started with actually the one that Maria was showing you a little bit, or like talking about, which is, oh no, I started with Itzhak, but I'm gonna go to Maxim Vengerov. That's how you say his name, Vengerov, I think. And I'm actually gonna show you two of him at very different points in his life, I believe, and I think they're really different. Okay, finally. All right, so. Okay.
I feel like you just need a smart board with a projector.
I know, I actually really want that. I do. Okay. And the music for this is Understand, so here we go. And that's where your excerpt ends anyway, okay? So, can you tell me can anybody give me any observations or feelings or conclusions so far?
I think that he never stopped vibrato.
He never stopped, and that's interesting that you say that. Okay, anybody else?
It felt pretty wide.
Okay, felt wide, good. Any other observations? Okay, so what's funny that you say if he never stopped is he actually does stop. I'll show you. So he only does it on the long notes. Check it out, check it out. Oops. Oh, sorry, the speakers aren't hooked up, but yes. There was like 3 notes there where he didn't do it, including the open. He actually didn't open because that's common in this one. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Little open there. You're right, most of that was vibrato. There was one little one that wasn't, but mostly yes. So you're right, a lot of almost every single one. That one started a little bit off and then came in. But you know what, Gabby, you're right. You're right. And so check this out. Check this out. Years later, this other one. I'm gonna plug this one in. Me too. I prefer this one as well.
His hands doing way less work.
What?
His hands doing way less work.
Yeah,
It sounds good.
I can connect to the music more.
I agree.
Not so much.
I agree. I'm gonna watch the next part as well. You can hear it anyway, the violin is. Okay, so super different, right? Okay, so I know that you told me already a little bit, but tell me again what you thought was different about that.
I think that he used his bowing technique. And then
That is very
soft
true.
and louder to project the emotion as opposed to just the vibrato.
That is so true. And in that video that Maria suggested, I mean, if you go to YouTube and type in Maxim, even if you forget his last name, like violinist vibrato, it'll come up. And he says that. He's like, he calls it bow vibrato, which I kind of hate that term, but like he just means what you're saying. Adding some things with the bow that give it more character. That's exactly what he was saying. Any other observations about that?
There's a lot more variety in the vibrato.
That's so true. More variety, yeah. Like, especially when like that crescendo was coming, it was like a wider vibrato, it was a faster vibrato compared to before. It was really different. And then on like the last note, nothing for a while.
I like it.
Then a little, I know I like that one a lot more too. Yeah. The other one was like powerful and like obviously skilled, you know. But yeah, I agree. I like this one a lot better too. So you guys named a lot of specifics about vibrato, and I'm just gonna go over a couple more. So we're gonna watch another 1 or 2 videos, and I want you to consider the following. Vibrato isn't the only thing that you can use to be expressive. You can use dynamics, and you can use speed. So in the first video, the whole thing was a bit faster. And the second video, the whole thing was a bit slower. Additionally, you can use something called vibrato, which is dancing around the beat. So you can slow down and speed up, even if the beat generally stays the same, you're kind of just like pulling back and pushing forward a little bit to give extra effect. In your sheet music, I went ahead and added, so the reason it looks so complicated is because like you see some of the tenutos, like let's say you're looking at the bottom half, just because that's where I think most people want to look. So let's say you're like on the second line, fourth measure, with like the, actually even the third and fourth measure, it's like all those tenutos and portatos, right, with like the lines underneath the note. So what that does is it gives a little bit of extra oomph, a little bit longer note, or if it's in a slur, it gives it a little bit more like, okay, this note's a little separated. It gives it a little distinction. And that's another way, like bowing articulation can also give expression. And especially with the tenutos, the lines. And a lot of things will say expressive. This has that the same thing in another language on the last line. And actually, in most of the versions of this sheet music, it says like religioso, religiously. The thing it says here in French that I can't pronounce is it means like sweetly, with sweetness, or like even if it's just like, I saw one definition was like melancholy, but like, you know, like soft, gentle. Anyway, so the speed can be a factor. Now, in terms of the vibrato, you can have vibrato and you cannot have vibrato. Both are important. It's important to not, you're not going to want to vibrate all the time. As Maria said in the last class, she actually played, was it Cannot Falling in Love or Over the Rainbow? Cannot Falling in Love, I think. She played every single note with vibrato, which is fine. Some people like it like that. That's okay, you know? She was like demonstrating you don't want it on every single note. And it's true. In the first version of Maxims, it was on pretty much every note. In the second version, it was not. I felt like it was more carefully felt, not even thought out, you know. Sometimes they start a note with vibrato. Like a lot of times you'll see a performer shake before they bow. Like, I mean, really, like getting it going, they're not even going, and then they start going. That's pretty common, but sometimes it starts plain and then it grows into vibrato. When you're doing the actual vibrato, you can look at, are they doing it with their arm? So is their wrist pretty much straight? Or are they doing this motion, the hand motion? Sometimes a lot of performers, they'll do arm and hand together. That's just something you can look at. Wide and narrow, we've gone over that a lot. Fast and slow, we've gone over that a bit. Aside from the speed, there's also the factor of change. Is it getting faster? Is it getting slower? So I'm going to show you my favorite one of all the videos that I found, because I think it's nice to see it. Like, I'm sure there are a lot of good recordings. Oh, you know what? I'm going to save the best. Oh, let's toss up. I want to show you my second favorite, actually. This guy, I don't actually know him, but he's really good. So think about some of those factors. I know I listed off a really long list, but think about some of those during this. And the reason we're looking at this is you're going to be adding this to your own playing in a second. So pretty good, right? And different than the others. Everybody's different on purpose. Thoughts about that one? Observations, at least?
It's much cleaner
Yeah, really clean. Yeah.
compared to the first one.
Also, I realized, I think that sound wasn't live from that video. I finally did see, on my third time watching, there was a time where he was playing it and it had vibrato. So actually, I think it was a recording over that, but most of it was the same. Other likes, dislikes, which ones, you know, do you like it better or worse than the others, just in your own personal opinion, for your taste?
That one felt too soft.
Too soft?
Yeah.
Like the vibrato was too soft?
Like the whole thing was like much softer.
But not volume?
Like washed.
Yeah.
I like the clean.
What is it called?
Which one do you guys like the best so far in your personal opinion? Don't even think about anybody else. Second one?
Yeah.
Do you like them?
This one felt like more natural, which is how I felt. Where like if I were to play it like right now, and my instinct of like vibrato, I feel like this one is the one.
It was very natural, yeah. I think of the three, I kind of, well, it is a tough call, but oh, it's very tough, yeah.
I also like the first one.
That's okay to like all
I
of
think
them.
the second one's so far for me.
What?
I think the second one would be
Nice.
something that I would be more less.
Something you pay to see. Okay, I'm gonna show you one more. And here we go. So this is Ray Chen. I saw a lot of like famous violinists on here. I didn't see my absolute favorite people, but I got some good ones on here. I got Janine Jansen. She's super famous. David Garrett is also famous. Yeah, I found an audio recording of Yasha Heifetz, who was like Itzhak, better than Itzhak, and he's not alive anymore. So like at his time, he was the most virtuosic player. And what's funny, oh, you know what? I'll show you 1 second of it. It's so cute.
Yeah, he has a lot of variety.
It's the style of the time and his own personal style.
It's weird because like it sounds very sweet, but he's like the sternest. It's like he never smiles. I've never seen.
He's smiling through his violin. So I thought that was really funny. Like it's just like a little bird and it's cute. But okay, this is my personal favorite, and I don't even think this is an official recording necessarily, but this is Ray Chen. It goes on. I don't know, such a toss-up. Okay,
Definitely using everything and really feeling it.
just really feeling it.
Keep making me feel like you're really feeling it.
I agree, and that makes me feel something. What?
You start with an up bow.
On the whole thing?
Yeah, he starts with an up bow.
Yeah.
That threw me. I was distracted.
But Mireia always just always start with that.
I think it's so we can crescendo and get louder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Weird. And all the songs they play and like, I don't know what position it is, but it's not first position.
Yeah.
Is it easier to vibrato than that?
Say again?
Like, is it easier to vibrato?
Yeah, well, it's so because the half steps get closer and closer as we get to the bridge, any motion, if you're making the same motion higher up, it's going to automatically be able to be wider if that's what you want. So you get more bang for your buck if you're doing it in a higher position. What? Oh. Any other thoughts about the last two? Observations? Anything that you see that you would like to steal for yourself and do? Like, what's something that you like, oh, well, that'd be cool if I did that? The little whistly, the little cute one, Yasha Heifetz, that's cool. Yeah, that's definitely do that kind.
I still like reading a couple songs better.
What? Oh yeah, that
That's why
was,
say it.
I
That's why
know.
say it.
I guess I can only say the one I like the least, because they're all very good. What's your favorite one?
Second one.
Okay, yeah, it's mine too.
I did
actually.
not like the last
Oh, too aggressive.
There's too much space in
Yeah,
between the notes. It
there
felt
was
like
space.
it felt choppy to me.
Yeah, it was choppy. I think it's just like, yeah, I feel you. What was your favorite one?
second one was my favorite one, but I did appreciate the last one.
Yeah, thank you. What about you?
Awesome.
Oh, cool. We know yours. Which one's the winner for you?
It was probably the second.
So good, so
I
good.
think that the last one could grab me.
Yeah, that's what I liked about it, is I was captured. But yeah, I think the second one too. So now that I made you listen to it about 6 different times, it's gonna be a lot easier to learn as well. So,
I don't remember anything.
you think that, But we probably don't even have to go over the rhythms too hardcore because they're kind of probably in your head of it. So we're gonna start where the violin, so there's like a little music before that I kept chopping up. We're gonna start on the 3rd measure. And I'm gonna talk about it as it's written on the bottom half of the paper with like where it's starting on the 2nd finger on D. But if you wanna try the high one, you're welcome to do so. So we know that you get to choose, right, what vibrato you're gonna do. So you're gonna get to choose. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play a little phrase for you, and then you're gonna add a little vibrato where you want to. It's probably gonna be the long notes. But you're gonna emote through your violin. So I'll do it how I would do it, and you're gonna do it how you're gonna do it. Might not be exactly the same. That's okay. That's good. We all need our signature stamp. Okay. So I'll just give you a little piece at the beginning here. You don't have to do the bowing, but you can see that there is a lot of slurring, so that is very legato. So, by the way, the first thing that's happening is 2.5 beats. Try that. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you got those notes? One more time. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay, can we get a little vibrato in there? That was good. Okay, now we're gonna do the triplet, which we don't really have much time to do vibrato, so I wouldn't really stress about it there. But let's get the notes down. Ready, go. Try them a few times. Get them in your mouth. Good. And then we have our 3rd measure, or sorry, our 2nd measure of music. I'm gonna break this slur for sure. Ready, go. Okay, let's do it again. So again, whatever type of vibrato you want to add in, if you want to wait to add it like this, you can do that too. Ready, go. Good, good, good. Let's do it all together. Ready, go. Good, again. Ready, go. Good, excellent. Now I want to take it from the piano. So the first measure of the music, 3rd measure, officially. Yeah, that's sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's do it again. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Good. Again. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Good, good. Okay. Now, it's not my goal necessarily to even make it all the way through, but it is my goal for you to add yourself into this. So, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna play it twice. Do you guys mind if I like go one by one? I really want to hear. I don't want to put you on the spot, but I really do want to hear it. So let's, or you can do stand by stand. Let's do stands, so you don't have to be singled out. So I'm gonna play it twice, those two measures, and I'm gonna feel what I feel. So it may come out different each time. I don't know. It might come out the same. Okay, that's my first time. It is piano, so I'm trying to be gentle. Super different, in my opinion. All right, so you guys are gonna do it twice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, and let's do it a second time. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that was pretty good. I like it. Okay, you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, not you, not you. Good, again. 1, 2, 3. Add it when you feel it. Okay. Maybe 3 so that you're all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's funny is in some of the performances, not the ones that you saw, they actually really end that note really quickly. So I've seen it happen. But 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more time. One more time, one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not bad. Lost the vibrato there a little bit, but maybe you weren't feeling it.
I don't have any.
Just shake for now. You're just gonna. I mean, because you missed
I
it.
literally only shake my fingers. My hand does not move.
That's
I
okay.
don't know how to do it.
I know.
Like,
You missed it.
lessons.
But you just did it. You just did it in the middle.
With my fingers, sure. But I didn't know how to do it.
I know. We're throwing you in the deep end here.
Yeah, a little.
I know.
Yeah, a little.
All right. I like that you're trying it. Let's try it all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Okay, let me show you the next one for fun. Actually, I'm going to show you the upper octaves to show you what I would do. So in third, are you guys doing open? Yeah, they want, I didn't write it, but everyone seems to do open, so. Open 1, 3. Okay, back to the bottom section. So second line for for everybody. So you guys have an open. This is your chance to relax. This is your chance to relax your muscles, your hand, loosen up your shoulders, like take a breath, all these wonderful things you can't do when you're vibrating probably.
Oh, no, but no.
All in that one note. That's what open strings do for us. Now I'm gonna give you a tip, my favorite tip anyone's ever told me. You see the little 5? That's a quintuplet. So like a 3 would be a triplet. Any number, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc., 12, whatever, would be a tuplet. So any number would be a tuplet. 3 is a triplet. So this is probably a quintuplet. Yes, that's what it is, quintuplet. Probably. So anyway, my favorite tip, university. 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 So like if you try D, university. Try it. University. That's how you get 5 in one beat. Yeah, you can count to 5 too. Yeah. Yeah, you can count to 5. Okay, so those notes. Everyone try the quintuplet. Good. Yeah, you're sounding great. 2, 3, 2, 1, 2. 2, 3, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. Good. Awesome. Okay. So let's try this. I'm gonna count you in with 2 beats because that's on the 3rd beat. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, just to make sure we're at the same time. 1, 2. Yes, awesome. And then on the next beat is the A. So for the ones on the lower, we're gonna do 4. 4 for the A because it's right there. So we're gonna go right on the beat. Ready, go. Good. And now I want to add in the other A. Ready, go. Oh my God, so good, so good. Okay, now all you have to do is remember to do that after the first 2 notes. So it's gonna go 1 and 2. Wait, I messed it up. Oh, I'm going too slow on the quintuplet. I didn't practice the quintuplet fast enough, but let's try it anyway. Measure 5. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1 and 2. Good. Again. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1 and 2, and university. Good. Now you have this nice, beautiful B to vibrate on, whether you're on the lower one or the higher one. That's a really great one. You guys have a harmonic. You can do it or not do it. If you want, you can go. And then shift down and come back for a 1, a B. If this wasn't a class about vibrato, I would go deeply into that. Okay, so from measure 5, 1. Hey, if nothing else, it's a cool piece, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1 and 2. Want to keep going? Ignore the bowing if you want. That's a good one. Yeah, high 3 on G. Yeah. Okay, let's try it together. Let's go right straight on measure 6. Measure 6. 1, so right on that long beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and good. So you have a lot of notes you can vibrate on. So we're gonna go for measure 5. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and let's take it from the beginning. We're a little slower than we started. So now the speed is 1, 2, 3. Break the slurs as you want. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Oh, that was good. I saw a lot of vibrating happening. Now, I'm gonna ask you something. You're gonna be like, I can't do that, but I'm gonna ask you anyway, like to do something. I want you to not think so hard about the technical situation, and I want you to just try to be like, okay. When I was a kid, I was told you can use your instrument as an outlet, not by my orchestra teacher, just by like life, I don't know, TV shows, I don't know. They were like, you know, your instrument is an outlet, you know, and I had no idea what that meant. And what I did know was that when I was sad, I was like, well, they said it was an outlet. I know that, like, I kind of had the general idea what an outlet was. And I was like, I don't know, let me play and see what happens. I mean, it can't make it worse, right? So I would play, and then I would like try to like channel my emotions into it, and it either worked or didn't work. My technique wasn't great, but for sure I was like distracted, and so I did forget about the thing a little bit. But now I realized I had the right idea. You are trying to channel some emotion. Now, you probably don't feel religious right now necessarily, but you can find that and try to get it in there. So I want you to think more about the emotive side of it right now. And even if it's a tiny vibrato, maybe the person next to you is going, and you don't have to do that. You can go whatever you're feeling. Just a little baby one. Whatever like you actually can put into the music. So let's get some heart into there, whatever that heart consists of. I'm just gonna watch this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Now, that was great. Now, I want you to picture something different. I want you to picture that you're playing for a church service. You have some very important church people that are there, and you don't want to let them down. So you're trying to make it very religious. So now we're going to do it religiously. Whatever that means to you. I don't know what it means, really. I'm just going to do my best to play it that way. Probably means something a little bit different to every one of us. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Awesome. Now let's do it a different way. Let's do it, I don't want to get too sad, but like, think of something sad in your life that has happened to you. Or someone you know. You don't want to get too deep. Something sad that you can really relate to happened to you, or someone you know and you really felt it. So I'm gonna think of something. All right, I got something in mind. You guys have something in mind? Okay. Now we're gonna play it with that. Ready? Here we go. It's a tribute or whatever. It depends on how you're looking at it, but that way. Here we go. It's representing that 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. I played it super differently. How about you guys? I changed the bowing. I did different dynamics. I was like, oh no, now I'm gonna pull back. You're not doing any differently? Okay, thank you. Okay, let's do one more. I don't want to leave on a sad note. Let's say, oh wait, let me think. I almost had it. Okay, let's say somebody asked you to play a backing track for like the nature channel, and there's like some spring chickens, and they're like chirp 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 chirp. There's like these cute little chirpy little chicken. What are they called? Chicklets? What's the word? Chicks. What's the one you eat? No, I'm just kidding. Chicks. We're playing the background music for a scene of adorable chicks that are like so cute. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was for reference. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so did you feel any of those came out differently based on what you were thinking? That's so good. Thank you. Anyone else? A little bit?
Sometimes it started off and then I lost it at the end.
Okay. Oh, you got some of it. That's good. So, well, the big takeaway for today is nobody can tell you when to do vibrato. You have to add it in when you want it to be there. If you want to give it a little something, you can add it in. Okay? Great. All right, so that's it for the class. You guys did really awesome, especially you. I haven't attended any of the classes, really.
Thank you.
But yeah.
That's low standards.
All right, good job, guys. See you soon.
Wow. It's like driving a fast car. No effort at all. No effort at all.
So I'm trying to close everything.
Smart to play.
I had so many
That's so easy.
things happening. Is this all? Is that done? If I